Divorce. The journalist Martin Bashir interviewed Diana for the BBC Current Affairs show Panorama. The interview was broadcast on the 20th of November 1995. Diana discussed her own and her husband's extramarital affairs. Referring to Charles's relationship with Parker Bowles, she said, "Well, there were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." She also expressed doubt about her husband's suitability for kingship. The authors Tina Brown, Sally Bedell-Smith, and Sarah Bradford support Diana's admission in the interview that she had suffered from depression, bulimia, and had engaged numerous times in the act of self-harm. The show's transcript records Diana confirming many of her mental health problems. The combination of illnesses from which Diana herself said she suffered resulted in some of her biographers opining that she had borderline personality disorder. It was later revealed that Bashir had used forged bank statements to win Diana and her brother's trust to secure the interview, falsely indicating people close to her had been paid for spying. Lord Dyson conducted an independent inquiry into the issue and concluded that Bashir had little difficulty in playing on Diana's fears and paranoia, a sentiment that was shared by Diana's son William. The decree nisi was granted on the 15th of July 1996, and the divorce was finalized on the 28th of August 1996. Diana was represented by Anthony Julius in the case. The couple shared custody of their children. She received a lump sum settlement of £17 million, equivalent to £34 million in 2025, as well as £400,000 per year. The couple signed a confidentiality agreement that prohibited them from discussing the details of the divorce or of their married life days before letters patent were issued. With general rules to regulate royal titles after divorce, Diana lost the style Her Royal Highness and instead was styled Diana, Princess of Wales. As the mother of the prince expected to one day ascend to the throne, she was still considered to be a member of the royal family and was accorded the same precedence she enjoyed during her marriage. The Queen reportedly wanted to let Diana continue to use the style of Royal Highness after her divorce, but Charles had insisted on removing it. Prince William was reported to have reassured his mother, "Don't worry, Mummy, I will give it back to you one day, when I am king." Post-divorce, after her divorce, Diana retained the double apartment on the north side of Kensington Palace that she had shared with Charles since the first year of their marriage. The apartment remained her home until her death the following year. She also moved her offices to Kensington Palace, but was permitted to use the state apartments at St. James's Palace. Diana was also given an allowance to run her private office, which was responsible for her charity, work, and royal duties. But from September 1996 onwards, she was required to pay her bills and any expenditure incurred by her or on her behalf. Furthermore, she continued to have access to the jewelry that she had received during her marriage and was allowed to use the air transport of the British royal family and government. Diana was also offered security by Metropolitan Police's Royalty Protection Group, which she benefited from while traveling with her sons, but had refused it in the final years of her life in an attempt to distance herself from the royal family. After her death, it was revealed that Diana had been in discussion with Major's successor, Tony Blair, about a special role that would provide a government platform for her campaigns and charities to make her capable of endorsing Britain's interests overseas. Diana retained close friendships with several celebrities, including Elton John, Liza Minnelli, George Michael, Michael Jackson, and Gianni Versace, whose funeral she attended in 1997. She dated the British-Pakistani heart surgeon Hasnat Khan, who was called the love of her life by many of her closest friends after her death, and she is said to have described him as Mr. Wonderful. In May 1996, Diana visited Lahore upon invitation of Imran Khan, a relative of Hasnat Khan, and visited the latter's family in secret. Diana began a relationship with Dodi Fayed, the son of her summer host, Mohammed Al Fayed. That summer, Diana had considered taking her sons on a holiday to the Hamptons on Long Island, New York, but security officials had prevented it. After deciding against a trip to Thailand, she accepted Fayed's invitation to join his family in the south of France, where his compound and large security detail would not cause concern to the Royal Protection Squad. Mohammed Al Fayed bought the Jonical, a 60-meter multi-million-pound yacht on which to entertain Diana and her sons. Tina Brown later claimed that Diana's romance with Fayed and her 4-month relationship with Gulu Lalvani were a ploy to inflame the true object of her affections, Hasnat Khan. Death: Diana died on the 31st of August 1997, aged 36, as a result of injuries sustained in a car crash in the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in Paris while her driver was fleeing the paparazzi. She was taken to Petit-Salpêtrière Hospital around 2 a.m. and was pronounced dead at approximately 4 a.m. The crash also claimed the lives of her companion Dodi Fayed and their driver, Henry Paul, who was also acting security manager of the Hotel Ritz Paris, Trevor. Rhys Jones, a bodyguard employed by Dodi's father, survived with a serious head injury. The televised funeral on the 6th of September was watched by a British audience that peaked at 30.1 million. one of the highest viewing figures ever recorded in the United Kingdom, and by a United States audience that peaked at 50 million. The event was broadcast to more than 200 countries and seen by an estimated 2.5 billion people worldwide. For more interesting personalities, please do watch our other Who's Who series. Please like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to the spectacular world of 1000 vlogs.